So it looks like Vince McMahon is not feeling the Undertaker's retirement from the WWE when it came to the documentary The Last Ride. Vince McMahon has continued to create more problems. First, threatening your employees to not use third-party apps, and now you're getting mad at Undertaker for retiring in a documentary. Is really dumb, and I'm gonna get to that in the future. The Undertaker reveals the WWE Chairman Vince McMahon negative reaction to his retirement announcement. The Undertaker talked about how the WWE Chairman Vince McMahon reacted to his retirement announcement. The Undertaker has announced that he is done wrestling in the WWE ring. I believe he has a reason for that, so you can't get mad at him for making his decision. Earlier this year, Earlier this year, The Undertaker announced his retirement from the world of wrestling in the WWE in the last episode of his Last Ride documentary. The documentary spanned across the last few years of his wrestling career and the difficulties that came his way as he tried to wrestle in the WWE ring and remain fit at the same time. However, the ending of the documentary saw him announce his retirement from the world of wrestling, but it remained a little obnoxious or something like that. Whichever you pronounce the word, I don't know. Now, The Undertaker has revealed that the ambiguity that to be put in there for Vince McMahon's benefits. Now, I don't know what he meant by that, but let's just say that Vince McMahon did not like the fact that Taker retirement. Well, he retired on his own terms, especially when there's not a crowd. And I really think it's a good thing because during the pandemic, he doesn't want to do it with a live crowd because that just would not make sense. There's a tweet. You can take her. During this interview with My Mom's Basement podcast, host Fightful, The Undertaker was asked about his decision to make the ending of the Last Ride documentary, the finalization of his run in wrestling, and revealed Vince McMahon's reaction. Wow, so basically, Mark Calloway just went on the podcast and he explained why Vince McMahon had a negative reaction to his retirement. The Undertaker reveals Vince McMahon's negative reaction to the WWE. Yeah, we already got to that. The Undertaker revealed in the interview that he had been considering making his decision to step away from the ring final in the Last Ride documentary, so as to take away the temptation and how Vince McMahon reacted. He went on to reveal that the WWE Chairman Vince McMahon did not like the ending of the documentary where he made his retirement final. Instead, to appease Vince McMahon, he put in the ambitiousness line of "never say never." So this is what Mark Calloway put in the documentary, "Never Say Never." And a lot of people were worried that he might come out of retirement. I don't think that's true. Unless Vince McMahon really wanted him to come out of retirement for one more match, I believe that would have been the case. But for right now, Mark Calloway is just enjoying life. So why can't he just let it be? This is what he actually said in the interview. It was in my thought process. I had a whole group of people who are like, you can go out and do this. People will go crazy. On the inside, I'm thinking, I don't move the way I used to. It's a watered down version. I also love this business so much and love performing. It's almost like I needed something to put a bullet in there and stop. Let's highlight this comment one more time. It's almost like I needed somebody to put the bullet inside there and stop. So he's basically is thinking to himself, somebody needs to have a chit chat with him and tell him to stop wrestling. Mentally, it's in his head. He wanted to stop wrestling in 2019. And with that, I think he made the right decision to just stop in the match with AJ Styles. Just saying. Once we started rolling with this, it was in the back of my mind. I can get to a point where this will solidify it, and it won't have a choice. I mean, I won't have a choice. Excuse me. Look, y'all, my bad. Look, my reading is really bad, so y'all, please forgive me for this. Originally, that's where I was at until I had to send the last 15 minutes to the chairman, Vince McMahon. He didn't like the ending at all. That's where we put the line, always say never say never. I'm coming to grips with it. Obviously, as we get close to WrestleMania, I'll have that internal feeling like I should be getting ready for something. So basically, Vince McMahon didn't like the ending of the documentary, and he did not like the fact that Mark Calloway retired in his own terms in the documentary instead of doing it traditionally on TV or in a pay-per-view or in person. If there's a crowd there, he would have wanted that, but no. Mark Calloway made the right decision, and he retired on Father's Day, and he did it in the right time. Because everybody's getting tested for the you-know-what, and there's no crowd in live stadiums, including the Performance Center. He did not want to retire like that. He did it quietly, he did it peacefully, and he basically made the smart decision. And if I were wrestling the same way, I would have done the same. So you really can't get mad at Undertaker for retiring like that. And this is what AJ Styles tweeted. Still, Floor, yeah, I think this is what he was talking about, the match he had with Undertaker with the last ride. And it's still a great match, and I highly recommend y'all to check it out. I think that's it. I will have this link in the bio so y'all can go check it out. Here's what I do not understand about Vince McMahon. He's the type of guy that doesn't like anything negative. He wants everything to be perfect all the time. And the fact that he did not like the Last Ride documentary when it came to him retiring on that last episode, he's going to have to realize that Mark Calloway cannot go and be there all the time when he's at home enjoying life with his wife and his daughter. So why do you have a problem with him retiring in the documentary? Do you want him to come back and wrestle one more match and then retire when there's a crowd virtually? Like, that's really not gonna happen, fam. He really, you see, this is the biggest. Okay, so this is a rant I have. Vince McMahon is known for being greedy and not liking what a wrestler or a superstar make his decision or her decision to retire or to leave the company. If they have a reason for it, they will tell you. And I believe that Mark Calloway made his decision to retire on Father's Day this year because of the pandemic. So why get mad at him for that? That's what I do not understand. So it's just stupid, to be honest, though. I just want to get my 2 cents in, and I still think that Mark Calloway made made the right decision to retire in his own terms. And you know what? If you people out there are still gushing over the fact that he didn't retire with the loud crowd, get over yourself. The man is retired. Let him be. Let him enjoy his life. That's all there's to it. So, like I said, I will have the link to the documentary down below, so y'all can go check it out for yourselves. And yeah, that's my thoughts on it. What did you think?